For the performer and director module, I have chosen an excerpt from a play, Conservatory. This play was written in 2014 by Michael West. It premiered at the Abbey Theatre in Dublin in March 2014. This play contains themes as frustration, family loss, togetherness, or long-lasting marriage. It was performed through Zoom by Sarah Lafont and Manasa Blakey.
You know, I used to be so angry and guilty and care, but I don't really care anymore.
Well, that's what happens when we get older. We forgive each other.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Oh, I thought you liked Emily.
What?
You know, the others were only, a phase. It was just a way to meet people. But then the miserable untangling. It's very trying. For you as well, I mean. Admit all that, but I always thought Emily was the only one that... I always thought you approved of Emily. I know you did, in some way. You were grateful. You know, you and Emily have a lot more in common than you suppose.
You're pathetic.
What?
When you're dead, we'll have a glass of whiskey.
What?
And a good old laugh.
I think the server's lagging.
When you're dead, me and Emily will have a drink, a bit of a laugh, and we'll have that chat.
What chat?
The one that reduces you.
She's not invited.
To what?
My funeral.
It will be in the paper.
She won't come.
Why not?
You wouldn't allow it?
I might.
It's not going to happen.
We'll see.
No?
I'll see.
What makes you think she'd come?
Oh, she will come.
For her respect, I suppose.
To make sure.
Are you so confident I'll die first?
Aren't you?
Well, that's not the word I'd use.
You'll go first because you're the more afraid.
I'm not afraid of dying.
Of being left behind. You're afraid of being alone.
What? And you telling me that you're not?
Not anymore. I'm used to it. Haven't I been married for years?
You know what? Yeah. You're so nice to me, pussy.
What? Oh, shit. You always do this. You always do this. I cannot do anything.
I'm sorry. It was an accident. My finger slipped. But as I said, in spite of everything that you've said, all those horrible, terrible things that you said about the farm, the grounds, all the money, even the goodwill, it's true.
You have to be more careful.
I'm not.
You're always messing up the buttons.
It's not my fault. Like, my fingers are big. Pissed it. So utterly pissed it.
You have to be more careful.
Not talking about the Zoom. I'm talking about my fortune. My luck. My estate. Pissed it all away. We all did, didn't we?
We.
All of us absolutely pissed it. Oh, but you're too good for that, aren't you, pussy?
What?
Pissing?
Please,
What?
don't.
What? Oh, the pissing, is it?
Don't start.
No, you don't piss. I piss. I piss it away. You just sit there and it leaks out of your hole.
You were in his room.
Of course I was in his room.
Don't start with me.
I'm just saying,
No.
not dwelling on it. Just lightly passing over it. Standing there watching the coat hangers knock and turn. I want to go to the conservatory.
Oh, no.
I want you to come in there with me. We can sit there, not even sit. We can stand there for a moment. I won't even talk. I won't even turn on the light.
No. You know the rules. I stay in my room. You stay in your room. There's no contact, and you know that.
I'll turn on the light and you'll see that there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. There'll be nothing but only our reflections in the glass. That place should be our cathedral. We should turn on the lights, and for miles and miles around, you'll see a glass room blazing into light. Not just the roof, but the walls and the windows, all fire.
I'm not going in there with you. It's not time. Don't you understand the difference?
I want you to stop all this. Come in there with me. It's only right that we need to mark it.
I am not going in there with you. I don't want to stand beside you, sharing, contemplating in any way for any length of time what we did, what we said, what we never.
I forgot why I'm here.
Why you left the game, you mean?
I mean, that too. I'm sorry, you know. I'm sorry about all that, for bringing it up. I'd never tell the girls. I'd never let on what I was doing. Wait, what was I doing?
I don't know what you're doing. You know, I've been thinking about something you said.
Intellect, the mind, the memory, the fraud.
Something you said about a great store.
There's a day I remember, down by the sea, down near Courtmac. A cold sunny day, far too cold to swim. And the girls were running down to the water and back up away from the waves like terns, squealing and alighting on the same patch of sand, and doing this over and over. And Stephen was overdamming a stream. I hope it wasn't anything to do with sewage. He'd found a plank or piece of driftwood, and he was furiously digging. And they were all so busy in themselves they didn't notice the cold. I was sitting there, trying to keep an eye on them all, and proud. I was freezing, but I was happy. That's the feeling, an overwhelming sense of pride, sitting behind my chest like indigestion. It was the first time I understood the sense of being full of happiness. You are actually full. And then it's like there's a hole, a wound, and it all leaks out over time. It leaks away.